Hey Joe, it's Folks here. Let's say that you are someone that has been working on your store. You've been making designs and maybe a couple of weeks or a couple of months have gone by. Let's say you've also done some marketing and you've got zero sales. Maybe you're wondering, is the system broken? Or is the marketing strategy I'm currently using outdated? Or does my store that I've built even have potential and should I continue with it? If you've ever had those thoughts, or even if you're afraid of having those thoughts with a future print-on-demand store that you open, this video is 100% for you. Personally, I have been selling print-on-demand products since 2016. I have made a full-time income from this. I've had print-on-demand products that have sold really well, and I've also had print-on-demand products that I've tried to sell that didn't. And I run a print-on-demand Facebook group. We have almost 100,000 members. I see a lot of posts from people on a pretty much daily basis. This one here is one that popped up the other day, and I wanted to use it as an example for our video today. Basically, it is someone that is saying that after spending $635 on meta ads, which are Facebook ads, if you didn't know, they are done with the ads. Essentially, they are blaming the system. They are assuming that meta ads have maybe wronged them in some way. Maybe that's not their actual intention, but that's kind of the way that the post reads. And what I want to help you to do in this video is to understand why you're not making sales if that's the situation you're in, so that way you don't blame the platform that you are marketing on, and that way you can actually improve. If you are just getting started with your store, I do have a free course. It's called POD for Dummies. Inside are over 30 videos showing you how to build your store and how to get started with social media marketing. Like I said, it is completely free, and there is a link down in the description. What I hope to help you to do in this video is do better with your store and with your social media advertising. First, I want to actually dive into a few things on this store. You can see here, these designs that they have are a clear trademark violation. They are using photos of people from movies. This is like a Sandlot type of item here. They've got pictures here that shows like the New York Yankees logo or the LA Dodgers on here. You cannot do this. Even if I scroll through some of their other designs as well, some of them are kind of in a gray area, but some of them, like this one here that has a picture of what looks like Patrick Mahomes, or actually Travis Kelce, I can tell by the number on the jersey, where the Chiefs logo is actually inside of the design as well as the NFL's logo. This is a legal mess waiting to happen. They also have designs like this Wu-Tang logo right here. I also found this Kobe Bryant shirt on the store. Again, a clear trademark violation. You can't use these photos because you don't have the rights to the photos. You also can't have stuff with the actual Lakers jersey logo inside of it. On this page, we also have some more Kobe Bryant stuff. We also have some Michael Jordan as well, and Mike Tyson. This is, like I said, a trademark nightmare. This is a legal battle waiting to happen. And this one here, which again features Travis Kelce, it's like a play on the Taylor Swift one, is also an example of trademark violation, but it's also a symptom of the larger issue with the store, which is low quality designs. I recently made this video here on my channel where I went through a bunch of design best practices that you should be following. Creating stuff like this here is not a good way to get people, especially on social media, to buy your stuff on an impulse. I'm not saying that this person spent $600 on ads promoting this, but if this is on the store, we can kind of gather that this is the type of stuff that this person is creating. Essentially, they are running ads to lackluster designs. We also have stuff here inside of their kids collection. Some of it is kind of nice, like this graphic tee here with the car on it. The rest of it, though, is kind of random, right? We have some designs on here that just have some USA flags. This one over here says Nantucket. This one over here says Nantucket. This one here has like a lightning bolt on it. And the same story is true as we continue to scroll through this page. The same thing is true here on this Tumblr page. For the most part, these designs do not represent a specific niche. They are sort of abstract in nature. And ultimately, I'm showing you this to help you to understand the flow of what happens when we're marketing print-on-demand products on social media. What I'm referring to is your customers on social media have a very different mentality than if you were selling on like Amazon or even on Etsy. And a lot of people that get into building their own store don't really realize this when they begin spending money on ads. Running ads on Facebook and on Instagram is an extremely effective way to get traffic to your store. However, you need to make sure that your store looks awesome and that you also have great designs that represent specific niches that those people on social media will buy on an impulse. See, ultimately, ultimately the people on social media that are seeing your ads are not shopping. They are browsing social media, they're not looking to buy anything, and when they come across your ad, you're asking them to give you money, which means you need to present them with something that they will actually buy on an impulse. Again, I've got lots of videos here on my channel where I dive into doing this. I'm just trying to go through this store here as an example to show you what happens when you do not take care with niche choices or even with your designs. People ultimately see them on social media, they're not shopping, and they're not interested in buying it. And to sort of illustrate this, we're going to use this post here. This is another post that this same person made inside of my print on demand Facebook group. And again, ultimately, I'm not making this video to try and discourage this person. That's why I've blurred their name. I'm ultimately just trying to help. I see a situation where someone has spent a whole bunch of money on ads and they don't have anything to show for it. Everything I'm going through in this video today is designed to be helpful. I'm also certainly not taking the mentality that I think I know everything or anything like that. I'm just trying to share my experience running print on demand stores over the last 8 or so years. This post though, you can see here that they're basically talking about that they are promoting this item, which is basically a pretty basic hoodie that just says Nantucket with a USA flag, and that they haven't got any sales and they're wondering if they should just be patient. Ultimately, this design is kind of just like a design that you would see for $20 inside of a gift shop at the beach. Essentially, they have not really done much here to capture anything about their niche, right? Just writing the name of a place on a hoodie and putting a USA flag there is basically the same sort of thing that you see inside of an airport gift shop, for example. Promoting something like this on social media, again, is a surefire way for you to burn through a lot of cash and not have sales to actually show for it. Again, what I'm trying to drive home in this video is that if you are someone that is building your own store and then you're going to use social media to promote your products, you have to kind of ask yourself, why would people who are not shopping ever be interested in my products? Facebook and Instagram ads, like I said, is a great way to get traffic to your store. It is one of the primary ways I have made print on demand sales. At this point, I've also worked with a lot of other people and helped them to generate sales as well. So far, people inside of the POD Ninjas programs have made over $6 million in sales on their stores. The process is not flawed, but if you're promoting stuff like this, then you're not going to get the results that you're looking for because there's no reason for someone to impulse buy this item. When you're selling products on social media, your niche gets people interested, but your design is what they are actually paying for. As I mentioned, I have lots of videos here on my channel that you can check out for some design principles. The last thing I sort of want to use as an example here as we wrap up is just kind of like the store concept here, right? This reminds me of a typical approach for a lot of people getting into print on demand. They basically create a store and they kind of do a lot of random things. They create tons of designs for tons of different products and they kind of put it together in this like boutique type of way, which is honestly not that good of an approach, as we can see here with this store. They've got tons of designs. Yes, they have some trademark issues, but at the end of the day, there is no like specific thing that this store is trying to do. What I teach about in my free POD for Dummies course that I mentioned at the beginning of the video is that anytime you're building your own store, it should do something specific well. You should be catering to a specific niche, or you should be catering to a specific product type and then making designs for many different niches on those product types. Again, this store here seemingly does not have a store concept. It is essentially a random collection of various products with some very broad designs on them. A Champion crew neck sweater that says love, another one that says go sports, another that says Rams, some others that say some other things as well. They've essentially not targeted specific niches with a lot of their items, and even when they have done it, like I said, there are some issues with their designs. And again, I have videos on all of this here on my channel, as well as the free course that I've talked about linked down in the description. If you are getting into print on demand, or you've been at this for a while and you have zero sales, think about this. What is the purpose of your store, and why would somebody actually impulse purchase your products? Is there anything about them that would appeal to a specific niche? And if so, how well have you showcased that niche? For example, with that Nantucket hoodie that I showed earlier, I personally live in New England. I'm probably like 3 hours away from Nantucket, and I understand the concept of like trying to market to that type of a demographic. The problem is though, is the execution with the design. It was just a hoodie that looks like it was in a gift shop. That is not the type of thing that someone is going to impulse purchase on social media, as we saw as evidenced by the person's post about spending over $600 on ads ads and making 0 sales. If you are making 0 sales with your ads, you have to think about everything I've talked about today. Facebook and Instagram ads work if you have products that people actually want to buy. If you don't, your products won't sell no matter how you're promoting them. And that's ultimately the point that I am trying to make. If you have any questions about anything I've talked about today, please let me know down in the comments below. Like I said as well, I'm definitely not trying to discourage this person. If you're watching this video, I truly wish you the best. I'm trying to help. I saw your post in the group and I didn't want you to give up on Facebook ads under the pretense that there is something wrong with the system. The actual thing that needs improvement is what you are marketing. And again, I am just trying to help, and I'm also not trying to act like I think I know everything. With that said, if you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.